Imagine a fuel so powerful that one pellet the size of your fingertip can generate as much electricity as a ton of coal or 150 gallons of oil. This isn't sci-fi, it's nuclear power. Today, we're diving deep, inside the heart of a nuclear reactor, to discover how tiny atoms unleash colossal energy, and how that energy becomes electricity powering your lights, your gadgets, your world. So, don't blink, because what you're about to learn will change the way you look at energy. Forever. Let's start at the beginning. At the core of nuclear energy is a process called fission, splitting an atom. When a heavy atom like uranium-235 is split, it releases a burst of energy. Not just light or heat, but kinetic energy, radiation, and more neutrons that can split other atoms. This chain reaction, controlled and maintained, is what powers nuclear reactors. It all began with scientists like Enrico Fermi, who built the first nuclear reactor in 1942, right under the football field of the University of Chicago. Their goal? Harness the incredible energy hidden in matter, following Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. To get power, you need fuel, and the most common nuclear fuel is uranium. But not all uranium is created equal. Natural uranium is mostly U-238, which isn't very useful for fission. The good stuff is U-235, and it only makes up about 0.7% of natural uranium. So, we have to enrich it, increasing the U-235 content to around 3 to 5%. That enriched uranium is made into tiny ceramic pellets. Each one is no bigger than a pencil eraser, yet one of them can power a household for days. Thousands of these pellets are stacked into fuel rods, which are then bundled into fuel assemblies, the beating heart of the reactor. Now let's crack open the reactor. At the center is the reactor core, filled with those fuel assemblies. When the reactor is running, neutrons bombard uranium atoms, splitting them apart and releasing heat. But here's the key. We control the chain reaction using control rods, made of materials like boron or cadmium, which absorb excess neutrons. By raising or lowering the control rods, operators can speed up or slow down the reaction. It's like a nuclear volume dial. The real magic is turning heat into electricity. The fission reaction in the core produces intense heat. We're talking thousands of degrees, which heats water in the primary loop. This water is kept under high pressure so it doesn't boil. That hot, pressurized water is sent to a steam generator, where it transfers heat to a secondary loop, creating steam. This steam drives a turbine, a massive spinning machine, connected to a generator. The spinning motion induces a magnetic field in coils of wire, generating electricity. So from splitting atoms, to lighting up entire cities, it's really that powerful. After doing its job, the steam is cooled back into water using a third loop, often through huge cooling towers or water from a nearby river or ocean. Then the water goes back into the system to be reused. And what about safety? Nuclear reactors are built with multiple layers of protection. The fuel pellet itself, the fuel rod, the reactor vessel, made of thick steel, and the containment building, reinforced concrete and steel shielding the entire core. Modern reactors are also designed to automatically shut down in emergencies. These are called scram systems. They drop all control rods instantly, stopping the reaction. Not all reactors are the same. Let's meet a few. Pressurized water reactor, or PWR. This is the most common. It keeps water under pressure to prevent boiling in the core. Boiling water reactor, or BWR here, the core water actually boils and turns to steam directly. Fast breeder reactors. These create more fuel than they consume by converting uranium-238 into plutonium. Small modular reactors, or SMRs, the future perhaps. They're compact, factory-built, safer, and more flexible. Each design has its trade-offs, but they all share the same basic goal: turn nuclear fission into controlled energy. Nuclear power is clean. It doesn't release carbon dioxide like fossil fuels, but there's a catch: nuclear waste. Spent fuel remains radioactive for thousands of years. Right after use, the hot fuel rods are stored in cooling pools. Later, they're moved to dry cask storage, sealed in steel and concrete. Long-term storage is a challenge. Some countries use underground repositories, while others are, still figuring it out. But here's the truth. All the nuclear waste the United States has ever produced could fit in a football field stacked 10 yards high. It's manageable. But it needs planning, care, and responsibility. We can't talk about nuclear without mentioning the big accidents. 3 Mile Island in 1979, a partial meltdown. No deaths, but public fear skyrocketed. Chernobyl in 1986, the worst disaster. Poor design, no containment, and human error led to catastrophe. Fukushima in 2011, a tsunami knocked out backup power, leading to meltdowns. These events taught the world hard lessons and pushed safety standards to the next level. Today's reactors are far safer, and designs like Generation 4 reactors promise even better safety and efficiency. So how does nuclear stack up? Coal is dirty, tons of carbon dioxide, air pollution, mining damage. Natural gas is cleaner, but, it still emits greenhouse gases. Solar and wind are clean and renewable, but they're intermittent. Nuclear, near-zero emissions, high capacity, runs 24/7. In fact, one nuclear plant can power millions of homes, rain or shine. What's next for nuclear? Small modular reactors or SMRs. They're safer, cheaper, and way more flexible. Thorium reactors, an alternative fuel that's more abundant and less dangerous. Molten salt reactors, higher efficiency and, honestly, inherent safety. And then, the holy grail nuclear fusion. Clean, limitless energy, just like the sun. Fusion is still under development, but progress is happening fast. From ITER in France to private startups around the globe. One thing is certain, nuclear is coming back, not just as an option but as a necessity in the fight against climate change. From a single atom split in silence, to cities bathed in light. Nuclear power is one of humanity's most awe-inspiring achievements. It's a force that demands respect, responsibility, and imagination. So next time you flip a switch and the lights come on, remember the atom, the quiet heart of the universe, now powering your world. Thanks for watching. If this video blew your mind, hit that like button, subscribe for more science deep dives, and drop a comment. Do you think nuclear power is the future, or too risky? Stay curious, stay powered,